Oh, that was cool. That was a good break.
It's okay. It's okay.
That was good timing.
Okay, so I'm gonna finish. Let's do a part 2. We'll do in 2 more minutes of your time. This is part 2.
Yeah.
Now that you said that family friends were a really good initiative that actually got you through through the tough times, you had a really good support system, and now that the pandemic is not yet over. It is not yet over.
No.
So there still is a lot of hurdles for people to cross and to get through. As well as for you, what issues are you still dealing with as of today that are still not over yet? What issues are you still trying to face?
I mean, that's a good question. I mean, overall, like first thing I could say is probably just my finances, trying to get them back in order into a more like it's hard to say, like, because I was living on a reliable check-to-check basis, but now I have a part-time job. I'm not full-time, so I'm making less, but then I'm also freelancing, which is on call. If anything. It's on call, but it's still a steady check. It's yeah. It's somewhat of a steady check, right? So it's helping. You know what I mean? And it's helping, and now that everything's opening up, more opportunities are starting to come your way. To come my way. So I'm definitely feeling better about that. But yeah, I would say like just getting my finances together, getting like better health insurance. You know, saving up some money. A major issue. Yeah. So health insurance. Do you have Massachusetts health insurance, the public health insurance, or do you have? Because you're a contractor, you're a subcontractor, right? So you actually have, or did you do it through privatized insurance? Basically privatized, yeah. Because that's another issue that a lot of people have dealt with during COVID. Yeah, medical bills as well as a lot of other setbacks due to the hospital system. That's right. Yeah, and the unemployed and uninsured too. Yeah, yeah. Right now, I mean, I'm looking to find a job that pays for your, where you can get money taken out for your insurance, like I had. So for now, yeah, it's just like a private, if you will. But yeah, it's weird because you couldn't really even go to the hospitals during the pandemic. You know what I mean? Like it was limited options. It was there was limitations on how many people could even be in a hospital. You know, like it's wild because, like, speaking of health, my father, he suffered from a stroke last year. Oh no, during 2020, right? Yeah. So he was one of the people who was hit really hard because he wasn't a COVID patient, but he was in a hospital with a bunch of COVID patients. So it was like kind of messy to even visit him. Like it was only like one person a day or something like that, or one person in a room at a time, like one visitor at a time. Like, so it was really weird. I mean, and he's doing a lot better now. But even like just him being retired and not having the same opportunities that he had for health insurance, now that's changed for him too. So yeah, it's strange for everybody. It's an adjustment. It's an adjustment for a lot of people too. Well, I'm glad to know. Is your father doing well as of today? Yeah. And how old is your father? 64. Well, you're going to 64. Yeah, he'll be 64. So thank you. And what is your father's name? Your first name? Oh, Carlos. Carlos. Yeah. So Carlito just wanted to let him know that his father's doing good. So thank you for that too as well. Yeah. Now that we're almost finished, I want you to speak to the public here. This is not gonna be on TV. I'm just gonna share this with my friends and family. So pretty much, what is one issue that you want people to know during COVID, during the impact of the pandemic here in the Boston area? Oh, man, what is one issue that you want people to actually talk more about and to focus on more about? Pandemic specifically? Yes, as was that today. So much happened. It's June. It's June the 2nd. Yeah. So we're here in Boston. Thank God we have a great government here in Boston where it's really forward, fast acting on laws. They're always they're trying to push a lot of laws. Yeah. With the Black Lives Matter issues, which is another topic, police brutality. Absolutely. I'm involved in that too as well. All the protests going on, which is another issue. It's a wild year, It is. I mean, we can still talk about it today, but beyond the riots, the pandemic, unemployment,
housing evictions and people's setbacks with their health.
Yeah.
What is one issue that you want people to know about here in the Boston area that people should focus more on?
One? That's hard.
I mean, what is something that you want to tell people today here, Carlito, today?
I mean, that's a hard question because it's just so, the answer is so wide, you know. It's so like the range is just.
But in your opinion,
yeah,
you're great. You're a freelancer, self-employed. So you're self-employed. Money is still very much an issue for yourself as well as myself. Money's an issue.
Yeah.
So we can focus on the finances. The finances would be an issue too as well.
Yeah.
Or we can focus on the economy. The economy is not doing too good as it should be. But if there's something that you can tell people today, what would you tell them beyond that? We can go to, you know, anything that you want to tell people today about the impact here in the Boston area. What is something that you want to tell people here today?
I mean, I'll say this. It's a new norm, right? That's what they're calling it. But I feel like one issue that we can really talk about is the city just cooperating to be progressive, right? And I would say like how we lost so many businesses, that obviously has a domino effect on just every pretty much major point in the city, right? So I guess one thing I would just highlight is like, you know, the city is getting back to normal. I mean, it's getting back to its old self. But there's just not enough. I don't think there's not enough being done. At least on, like, everything just seems like it's money driven. So it doesn't seem like there's not enough things being done, I guess, for the common people. Like, it seems like
for the common people.
Yeah, I guess. So
what you're trying to tell, what you're trying to explain to the folk today is that there needs to be more issues addressed for the common people, for the common.
Yeah.
Because right now, even though we're in a new economy, we're in a new generation of people.
Yeah.
A lot of young kids are now getting older. What you just pointed out, I'm thankful that you just pointed it out, that this is the new norm, but it's not the new norm for some
at
people,
the same time it's not,
because a lot of people are still going through issues that they've been going through before, and so they're having to deal with it on top of an already upset of COVID-19, the coronavirus pandemic. So this may be the new norm for you, but it's really not the new norm.
No, because
at the same time, you should focus on common people who are still going through unemployment, who are still going through housing issues, who are still going through child care, school issues, like Councilwoman Julia Mejia, who she's focusing on Boston Public Schools as well.
Maybe more like just help for, like, you know, maybe more opportunities for people to be able to just make sure like they're not worried about where their next meal is going to come from. You know, maybe I know it's a long shot, but like that stimulus money was helping so many people, and like even when, you know, they took it away and left people with their unemployment, I feel like that wasn't enough. You know, it wasn't enough, and I feel like that's the reason why so many businesses are hurting. And then also you got to look at, all right, here's one thing I can say: the minimum wage is horrible. So many jobs right now are hiring, right? Like I work basically in the dead of mall, and you know, the pay isn't great, but it's a check and it's consistent. But I will say, like, if jobs start paying people more and start paying people like what they deserve, people will show up. Like, there's a lot of people out here who want to like really earn a living for themselves, and they're not afraid to roll up their sleeves, and like they're not afraid to put in work. But the problem is they're not getting paid, they're underpaid. So I feel like if people just focused on like doing right by their employers, and I mean by their employees, and actually like showing value in their employees, they would show up for work on time. They'd show up ready to give 100%.
Increasing business quality as well too.
Yeah, yeah, increase it, because a lot of people
are common folk.
Yeah, because I know too many people who are working and they're still broke after they pay their bills, and who are basically, you know, who don't have enough food in the refrigerator because they're paying their cell phone bill, or they're paying their rent, or you know what I mean, they're paying for other, they're paying for their car note that's just gonna help get them to work, get them, you know, back and forth. So they gotta balance it out. Like, I get it, you know, but there's something they can do better, you know what I mean?
Do better.
Yeah, they can do better. Do better, y'all. Do better.
Businesses can do better.
That's all I got.
All right,
that's
so
all I got.
This is Carlito. Thank you for interviewing me today.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you for interviewing with Battle for Savings Partners, our
you.
YouTube channel, as well as social media. Thank God that your father is doing good.
I appreciate that.
As well as, I'm going to set it off, just make a quick response on Black Lives Matter. You are a young black man.
Yeah.
African American.
Yeah, Afro-Latino.
You're Afro-Latino. Yes. So you're Caribbean.
Well, no. I mean, my roots probably do go back that far. I wouldn't, not even going to deny it.
So you're African Latino. Are you from?
My father's from Puerto Rico. My mother's from Boston.
Okay, so you're from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
So you know the impact of the Black Lives Matter movement, especially it's really big in the Boston area. There have been Breonna Taylor, Michael Brown, George Floyd, and Michaela Miller. A lot of these young people are losing their lives to police brutality as well as gun violence.
Yeah.
What can you, in your opinion, do you think that it could change? What do you think it could change about that?
Oh man, that is a long conversation.
Please make it quick and short and simple.
Yeah.
Because Black Lives Matter was an issue during the pandemic. It was a major issue.
Right. right. No, it was.
Quick, short, and
It
simple.
was. I mean, yeah. Without trying to, you know, go on a rant, I would just say, like, you know, police just need to just. They needed. I don't know. They need to stop being so trigger happy. You know, I mean, a lot of issues can be resolved with just communication. You know what I mean? I feel like the fact that they're just so trigger happy and just so ready to just shoot first, and you know what I mean, not really try to resolve a situation, like, because that's what they're supposed to do. They're not supposed to just, you know, they're supposed to draw their weapons when they feel threatened, and I feel like that is becoming just beyond what the norm is. Like, they're just pulling it out.
Trigger happy.
Yeah, like,
Don't be so trigger happy.
I mean, like, again, this conversation, I can't really shorten it up too much, but I feel like maybe one thing that could happen is start help. Maybe I'll put it this way. You know what? I'll play the other side, right? Okay. Maybe the police really need to seek more like mental therapy. Maybe they are dealing with some trauma.
Mental health for the police.
Yeah, maybe they're dealing with some trauma that they aren't able to react in a non-violent way. Because at the end of the day, I'm unarmed. You know what I mean? I don't have anything on me. So for the police to, you know, stop me or approach me and they act aggressive, but expect me not to act aggressive when I'm obviously, you know, the one who's in danger, I feel like they might need to maybe go through some training just to be like, yo, talk about what's going on. Like, maybe we can bring you down to a level so you're not automatically going from 0 to 100. Like, maybe you can go from 0 to 10 a little bit, you know, because everybody, we know their authority. It's not like we don't respect the badge. It's just we feel like they just don't value our lives. That's all it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Carlito.
No problem.
Thank you for that.
No problem.
And he said that police need to value. It's all about respect.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they do need more mental health for police, according to more mental health treatment and counseling for.
Yeah, and I'm sure
and
they
not
do.
Be so trigger happy.
Yes.
But there's need more mental health and counseling and therapy for police in response to Black Lives Matter. So thank you, Carlito. Again, we wish you all the best in your work pursuits.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna send this out to my YouTube channel. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
thank you so much, and I will wish you all the best.
Thank
you.